The Adventures of Sodor, episode 57. Molly's Day Out. Edward was steaming down the line one day because he had to shunt a train because he was going to pull a train. He steamed into the yard and came across Molly. "Hello, Edward," said Molly. "Hello, Molly," said Edward. "Are you here for your train?" said Molly. "Yes, I am," said Edward. "Would you like me to shunt it for you?" said Molly. "Oh, I'm sorry, Molly, but I think I can handle it myself," said Edward. "Okay," said Molly. So Edward went to go and shunt his train. Soon Edward was pushing and shunting the train. He was bringing it up to Knapford. It was a train full of new supplies. And soon he came full of crates, and he soon came to a stop. "Phew," said Edward. "That was a heavy train. Time to get to the front," he said. But as he was about to get to the point, he heard something burst. "Oh no, what's going on?" said Edward. "I'm sorry, Edward," said his driver, "but it seems you've burst a pipe in your boiler," said his driver. "Oh dear," said Edward. Well, he was painfully moving over to let Molly to get out of the way. He was sad. He was going to pull the train, but he couldn't. Soon Edward's driver and fireman came up to Molly. "Hello, Molly," they said. "Hello, what are you both doing here?" said Molly. "Well, you see," said Edward's driver, "Edward's broken down and he needs to take his train. May you please take the train for him?" said his driver. "Oh yes, it's been such a long time since I came out of this yard. It's been over 2 years, said Molly. "Good," said the driver. Said Edward's driver. "I'll tell your driver and fireman to get you ready for the train," said Edward's driver, and he walked off to go and tell Molly's driver and fireman that they were going to pull the train for Edward. But soon Molly got worried. She remembered how she got into the yard, and she did not want to repeat it, as she had caused a big disaster when she did. Soon her driver and fireman came to it. "All right, Molly," they said. "You ready to take Edward's train?" "Yes," said Molly. "You seem worried. Tell us what's going on," said her driver and fireman. It's nothing," said Molly. "If you say so," said her driver and fireman. They were worried for her, but they soon lit a good fire, and they were soon steaming out of the yard. Molly had not driven out of the yard for a long time. She had been shunting trains for the other engines for a very long time. She soon came to a stop and backed up to Edward's train. But she biffed and bumped the trucks quite hard, which got them to grumble. "Ow, ow," they said. "Don't bump us, don't bump us." But Molly just ignored them. Molly soon looked over to the other track to see Edward struggling to puff up to her, but he had a smile on his face. "I'm so glad you're taking my train, Molly," said Edward. "Thank you, Edward," said Molly. "Now remember, trucks can be troublesome, so do be careful. The more you bump them about, the more they're going to try and play tricks on you. And the more you don't, the more they will, so you can't really win unless you're very experienced. And, well, yes, but trying on sags like Oliver when he broke Scruffy. You know what's happened to him, he got scrapped, said Edward. Oh, yes. Thank you, Edward, said Molly. And don't worry about me, said Edward. All the steamworks are not open for me to go in yet. I have been told that I can be repaired. Where I was at last, one of the last times I was repaired at, which was way back where Henry was painted blue, said Edward. Painted blue? said Molly. Oh, you haven't heard of it that time, have you? said Edward. No, said Molly. I'll tell you when you come back, anyway. Carry on, Molly, said Edward. Okay, it's nice to see that you're getting repairs fairly quickly, said Molly. And not quickly, but it's going to be at least alright for me, said Edward. Okay, said Molly. Goodbye, brother, said Molly as she steamed out the station. I'm not your brother, said Edward. We may be both the same class, but that does not make you my brother. I mean sister, said Edward. Okay, bye, Dad, said Molly. I'm not your dad, said Edward. Okay, bye, Grandad, said Molly. Ew, said Edward. As Molly was steaming down the line, she was getting more worried with each wheel turn she took. I'm really worried, said Molly. The last time I took a train, everything went wrong, she said. Is that what you're worried about? Said her driver. Yes, and I don't want to be stuck in the yard again, said Molly. Don't worry, said her driver. Just because of what happened last time does not mean it will happen again, said her driver. But we're coming up to the hill, said Molly, and this is where everything went wrong. We'll see about that, said her driver. As they came up to Gordon's Hill, Molly was picking up as much speed as her wheels could carry. Okay, here we come, said Molly. She raced up Gordon's Hill. We can do it, said Molly. Soon Molly had made it down the hill, but she was not happy. She was becoming a runaway. The covering on the trucks had flown off. Help, 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 said Molly as she raced down the tracks. The crates in the trucks were rattling about. Oh no, said the trucks. We were hoping to derail you and push you down the hill, but it happened automatically, they said. Hold back, hold back. As Molly was trying to brake, she came by Wellsworth. Driver, said Neil. Call for help, Molly's a runaway. Again, said Neil. Oh no, said Molly. As she took another turn, crates began to fly out of her trucks. And more flied out into Mr. Jolly's chocolate factory. Help me, says Molly. This is exactly what I was worried about. As Molly's wheels were racing down the line, she was braking as hard as she could. With each turn she took, more crates flew out. Oh my, said Salty. Watch out, Molly, said Cranky. There's more of those explosive vans up ahead, said Cranky. Oh, no, said Molly. She braked as hard as she could, but she would not stop. Molly could just not stop. No matter how hard she braked, nothing would work. She saw the explosive vans up ahead. Her driver and fireman jumped. But it was too late. Oh no, said Molly. She rounded the bend and crashed into the vans as she and the trucks derailed. But then, boom! Molly, Granddada! Edwards, said Molly. Oh, good, you're awake. I was really worried for you there for a second, Molly, said Edward. Aren't you supposed to be getting repaired, Edward? Said Molly. I gave up getting repaired to come and rescue you, Molly, said Edward. Oh no, said Molly. What is it? Said Edward. I don't want to be sent back to the yard. I heard this happened back in 2018, said Molly. That was over 4 years ago now, Molly. Well, about 4 years ago or so, but still. I know you've been in the yard for 4 years at this point, but don't worry. I've spoken with Sir Topham Hatt, said Edward. No, said Molly. I deserve to be put here, in this sand, in nearly blown to smithereens, said Molly. It's all my fault for accepting to take your train anyway, said Molly. No, said Edward. It was not your fault. If I hadn't broken down, none of this would have happened. Just because you repeated something you did back in 2018 does not mean the same consequences will happen, said Edward. I just don't want to be... I just want to be a normal engine, says Molly. And that's exactly what you're going to be, Molly, if you stop complaining and worrying about yourself right now, said Edward. Wait, what? Says Molly. Yes, I've been trying to tell you. I've told Sir Topham Hatt to not pay you back on the goods, said Edward. So I'm not going to be stuck in the yard again, says Molly. No, said Edward. You're going to be helping me on my branch line. So, even after all the trouble I've caused, I'm still a useful engine and not going to be scrapped, says Molly. Of course, said Edward. Just because you've crashed the same way you did many years ago does not mean the same consequences will happen. I guess you're right, said Molly. But either way, you're basically, and you're near unusable. It's a miracle you survived that explosion, said Edward. I'm surprised it's still intact with a lot of your parts, said Edward. Me too, said Molly. Don't worry, Rocky's here to help you get back on the tracks, isn't that right, Rocky? Said Edward. Yes, it is, Edward, said Rocky. Rocky and Edward got Molly to smile. Soon, Molly was put back on the rails. Her tender had been basically blown to smithereens in the crash, so it was not going to be recovered anytime soon, so she had to have a new one made. But she began to show more worry. What's going on now? Said Edward. Well, said Molly, you see, Edward, I'm not too sure about your branch line. Did Sir Topham Hatt really say that? Said Molly. He did, said Edward. I did, said Sir Topham Hatt as he came. Molly, I did say that, and you can work on Edward's branch line. That's only if you want to. I know that you are having a hard time when it's coming to the yard at the moment, for how much you haven't really been going for maintenance. Edward's driver and fireman should have told me you were taking the train, and then I could have got you to be checked over before you took the train, Molly, said Topham Hatt. Yes, sir, said Molly. Sorry, sir, said Edward's driver and fireman. Oh, that's okay, said Edward. We all make mistakes. It's probably a mistake for me to come here while my boiler was damaged, said Edward. Probably, says Molly. You sure? We'll soon find out, said Edward. Edward, said Sir Topham Hatt, I need you to go and bring Molly over to the works. The steamworks is still quite busy and you both cannot go there right now. But if your repairs are not completed by the time before the steamworks has more room, you both can head over to the steamworks. Okay, sir, said Molly. Yes, sir, said Edward. Right, time to get you off Rocky's hook, said Edward. There we go, said Edward. Now come and go onto the other track and pick you up, said Edward. Okay, said Molly excitedly. But as Edward moved, he heard another loud bang. Bang! Well, bother, said Edward. What's up now, said Molly. And now my wheels, now the axles and my wheels are beginning to give way, said Edward. Oh dear, said Molly. She was trying to hold in a laugh. Laugh all you want, said Edward. I guess it might be funny to you, but it is very painful, said Edward. Molly began to laugh, since Edward did say it aloud. But it is sort of a little funny that now my wheels are beginning to give way, said Edward. The two engines laughed. But are you going to get over to the works now, Edward, if you can't go there, said Molly. I don't know, said Edward. Maybe another engine could take us. Like that big red engine over there, said Molly. That big red engine, said Edward. He was shocked, but Molly was a little bit confused. What is it, Edward? Said Molly. I don't believe it, said Edward. It's, said Edward. As a maroon engine with black wheels and gold lining steamed out of the shed, Edward finally finished off his sentence. Arthur, said Edward. Hello, Edward, said Arthur. Hello, Arthur. It's been such a long time, said Edward. I like those new black wheels you've got, said Edward. Said Arthur. I only got them last week. Anyways, I see you both need some help, said Arthur. Yes, have you met Molly yet? Said Edward. No. Hello, Molly, I'm Arthur, said Arthur. Hello, Arthur, said Molly. Say, where have you been all this time? Said Edward. Oh, said Arthur. Well, you see, British Railways was needing some help, and well, I kept on going between British Railways and my line, which is why I have not been seen a lot, said Arthur. Oh, said Edward. Anyway, so let me come and help you out, said Arthur. No, it'd be greatly appreciated, said Edward. And soon Arthur was helping the two engines. Soon at the works, Arthur stayed with Edward and Molly. As he told them his story on what he had been for a couple years. And then Edward, well, he told Molly about what Henry did getting stuck in the tunnel and how he came out and his blue paint rewards for it. Soon, Molly and Edward were repaired and they got back to work. While Molly does still jokingly call Edward Grandad which did make Edward quite angry on the first couple of times, he eventually got used to it. And well, the three engines were very happy that they had been repaired and that Molly had now found a new job to work on the island.